But he says that, he used crude words. Let me just not mention them on, national television. But the media station ran an expose, sort of, talking about the oil situation in which 6 billion is alleged to have gotten lost. And following that, the CS trade, Moses Kuria, felt like he had been stepped on his toes because it's the CS. So he last night at 11:30 sent out that tweet attacking the media house and saying that people should not actually advertise with the media house. They should stick to, obituaries and, appreciations and stuff like that. They should really be taken seriously. So following that, Kenyans are weighing in and saying, the tweet, which was sent at around 11:30 p.m. yesterday, they feel that the CS had one too many, and they were telling him, go slow on it, just go home, Hesh. So basically, such as the sentiments that are playing out online, Purity.
Yeah, and of course, other Kenyans are saying that it's a threat to the particular media house that the government might choose not to engage it moving forward, right? We've also seen a lot of conversations, especially regarding, what was reported as top government officials fighting over a property in Nairobi. But again, CS Florence coming out and issuing a statement, and now this has even elicited more reactions, even from the leaders on the Kenya Kwanza government, Caroline. Yes,
there was a big drama. Over the past weekend, we were treated to drama following that, altercation in Karen. The property is said to belong to a first-time MP, Gatanga MP Edward Muriu. So what happened is that the thief is between Muriu and Florence Bore, CS Labour. Bore says she entered into this agreement with the first-time MP, Edward Muriu, to purchase a house in Karen, which goes for 120 million. So Florence Bore says that while she was out of the country on official duties, she was notified that there is a stampede going on in her new home in Karen, which happens to be a house that was sold to her by the new MP of Gatanga, Edward Muriu. But there's a whole controversy because Edward Muriu says that they never actually got into any agreement regarding the house, of which he says he had put it at 120 million shillings. But Florence Bore said that the agreement that was signed between her lawyers and Edward Muriu's lawyers was 90 million, of which they agreed that she occupies the house and she will go ahead and get mortgage for the house. But on Muriu's side, he says that there was no such agreement. Florence Bore is forcibly taking the house, his house in Karen, and occupying it. And during this thief, there was, Florence Bore says that Edward Muriu went to the house to evict her children using goons. And Florence Bore was forced, to retaliate and, defend herself with the policemen. So following this altercation, the Kenyans are weighing in and saying that this, the political class should not go ahead and use, public resources, as their private property. We saw, the police were there trying to defend her. This is a private matter. Why are they involving, the police, who are a public resource? So they should look for better ways of sorting out their issues. Others are saying that this agreement, there are those who support Florence Bore, and they're saying there must have been an agreement. So we need not to be treated to all this drama, back and forth of the two honorable members. And others are saying since Florence Bore has issued an official statement through Twitter, the KOT are requesting her to also, issue the sale agreement so that they can have a look at it themselves and dissect it. So they're still waiting for the sale agreement from the CS.
Yeah, and Caroline, finally, let's talk about matters diplomacy, Sudan says that it doesn't trust that Kenya would successfully lead the IGAD mediation team. Any new developments on that?
Well, what we know so far is that the Sudan, one part of the Sudan, the warring parties to the conflict, they disputed the fact that the Kenyan government, led by, of course, President Ruto, should go. Actually, President Ruto should go and mediate the conflict that is there. The general says he feels that President Ruto is not the best suited for this particular role because he is partisan and he is supporting the other warring party, which is the RFS, Rapid Forces. So he feels that it is not the best suited person to engage in this, the mediation of the conflict. However, in a quick rejoinder, Kenya came out saying that Sudan was party to was part of the members that ratified that Kenya should lead, should be part of the IGAD and should be leading in some of these mediations, and so it's in its right to go and mediate in the Sudan conflict. So they feel that they are brushing off the objection by one of the warring parties, Abdi Fatel, that Kenya should not be a mediator, and saying that they will go on with the mediation. President William Ruto will go on and mediate, and Kenyans are weighing in and saying that why should President Ruto force himself on, going to mediate on this conflict? A conflict needs a sober approach, and first of all, he must build confidence with this Sudanese. If one of the parties is not confident with him, mediating, so he's going to have, a really difficult time